All right, welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix this bad boy together. My goodness, people, we are spending a lot of time on lives together, aren't we? All right, we've got everything that you need to see this morning. The bill is progressing through. We've got $0 tax stamps. We're obviously going to address that. We've got liberals freaking out and losing their minds. Gun controllers doing the same thing. You've got rhetoric flowing from everywhere. We've got a mass situation in Chicago, which they're being vague about. We're going to cover that as well. We have Andrew Clyde putting out a statement, and we have GOA basically hinting at some things that are going to be triggered. We have got everything for you guys right now. So let me hear you in the audio. In video, we're good to go on that. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on, because guys, we have got a long road in front of us on this live stream. And please tell me if you're enjoying it in the chat, and follow me at Braden LOA, because that is where we are really grinding and doing a lot of spreading out, and you guys are a huge part of that. So at Braden LOA. As you guys get in here, we've got 5x5, we've got audio, video, good stuff. One thing I'll say from one of the chat that stands out, Wayne Reynolds, this is a hot mess. That is an amazing way to describe this, and we are going to elaborate on that even further. But while you guys are filtering in, and before we do, see that banner up there at the top? That's the second press. That's an initiative that we started 2 days ago, and guys, you are already jumping on in amazing support levels. This is an entire platform that is devoted across multiple media spectrums, whether it's written through Substack, whether it's video like here on YouTube, Katie's secondary channel through Shorts. You've got the cutting edge technology that we're pushing out. We've got lives, we've got merch. It's all aimed at changing the culture, which will fix the problem of which we're about to elaborate right now. There's a description link right down there. Please check it out. This is a way you can take a direct voice in the fight that we're at. There's behind the scenes content, exclusive conversation, a portal where we can actually say what we want. Check it out. A lot of work went into it, and we're already seeing benefits. And thank you guys for checking that out so far. All right, let's get into this, people. We have enough in here right now to dive straight into this. So, first of all, let me show you what I have running in the background, and then we're going to talk about Andrew Clyde. So, this is what we are having right now. We have Hakeem Jeffries. This is the speaker of the leader of the Democrats, the minority leader. If the Democrats take power in the midterms because of this boondoggle, then that's the person that would be leader of the House. Of course, the ad hits right when I flip it over. But luckily, I didn't have the audio on this time. What's happening right now, and I'll just tell you, where's my little mouse? There we go. Okay, seriously, where's my mouse? There we go. What's happening right now is effectively filibuster, okay? He's been going since 5 a.m. Eastern time when they started this vote process. This is the last piece of the democratic process to where the minority leader has as much time as he wants. He's probably going to go over 24 hours. That's why I'm not doing a live vote stream count thing, because they haven't even gotten to the vote yet. The only thing that's left is for him to finish yapping and, doing his pounding of the chest, which he has as much time as he wants, and the Democrats right there standing behind him in unity, and then you've got the vote after that. So I don't know when that's going to happen, so I'm not going to do a video counting votes in time, because he could talk for a frickin' ever. But this is something that you and I really need to have a conversation around. And by the way, if you guys are getting in here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and send this out. We are sitting at about 1,100 people, which is amazing, and thank you guys. It's the way to get around the YouTube algorithm. Let's just be nice about it. So I'm going to read you right now Andrew Clyde's statement on what happened last night. Because last night, I told you when we logged off right around midnight Eastern time that there was going to be a lot of arm twisting and there's going to be a lot of maneuvering. And that's exactly what happened. It ended up being one person that didn't switch their votes to no. From no to yes. So that was Brian Fitzpatrick, right? He's a liberal. He's a Democrat with an R on his face just to get elected. So all of the Republicans who you would expect basically went back in from a nay to a yay. All right, here's Andrew Clyde's statement, and this is really important. Actually, super chat from Baba Yaga, $2. Please support Clyde's gun store if you can. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. He did some solid work on this. I'm going to walk you through why he changed and what he said, because it is everything. All right, Representative Andrew Clyde. I fully support President Trump's agenda 100%. Throughout this process, I have fought to improve the One Big Beautiful Bill in order to deliver as many conservative and fiscally responsible wins for the American people as possible. As an ardent defender of the Second Amendment liberties, I've also fought to use this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to restore our constitutional freedoms through budget reconciliation. While the current bill removes NFA taxes on suppressors and short-barreled firearms, it falls short of eliminating the registration of the tax because the unelected Senate parliamentarian erroneously deemed the provision violative of the Byrd Rule. And we are going to do a full post-mortem on this. I'm going to show you the heroes and the villains. All right? That's not this video. I'm just catching you up. That's why I offered a common sense amendment to repeal the NFA registration for suppressors and short-barreled firearms. Unfortunately, my Pro 2A amendment was not made in order, meaning it never received a vote in committee or on the House floor. Therefore, I initially made it known that I would vote against the rule, a procedural vote, that's what we were talking about last night, hoping to have the opportunity to amend it to restore the Second Amendment freedoms. All right, this next part, I'm going to set a preface real quickly. I did a live yesterday, not a live, I did a, what did I do? It was either an X post, I think it was an X post that said Representative Andrew Clyde is in a sole unique position to leverage the 2A bills and amendments that we want and bring it to a bigger profile. That was effectively my X, okay? Like 45,000 of you shared that one out. It was incredible, and like that was a lot of impact. This is why right here, and I'm going to walk you through this. And before I do, when I'm telling you guys what's going on with this, a lot of people are commenting that I'm kind of taking the side of this thing in a positive. I'm just telling you what it is. It doesn't mean I support it. In fact, I don't like the way this went down at all. Just prefacing that. All right, let's keep going. I also had the opportunity to discuss this matter, to discuss this critical matter directly with President Trump at the White House, something that would not have happened if he had not held out. I look forward to working with him and his administration to further restore our 2A rights. Stay tuned. That was a breadcrumb. That was a hint. That was a wink. Something's going to happen. Here's the way this works in the back end. I can't guarantee you anything's going to come of that, but here's how it works typically in the back end. I'm not going to vote for your bill. I said it on camera, and I'm not going to be a yes on your procedural vote. Change my mind. Then they get called to the White House. Then they get the calls of the actual president on their cell phones. Then they go, hey, listen, we got some executive orders we can do. We've got some other things that we can play with. You know, what do I have to offer you to get you a vote on this yes to that thing that's important to you? The leverage point of the amendments. He's saying stay tuned. I think that's an allusion to there were some promises made through executive orders, through the DOJ, through the executive branch, through ATF funding, something of that nature. I don't have any details, but that's probably what that was. When additional 2A changes in the One Big Beautiful Bill were not obtainable, this part is so key, I modified my vote on the rule to yes in order to advance historic tax cuts, spending cuts, border security, job creation, and massive deregulation, as well as the removal of the draconian NFA's foundation by eliminating the unconstitutional taxation on suppressors and short-barreled rifles or firearms. This is a very important piece. Removal of the draconian NFA's foundation by eliminating the unconstitutional taxation. Jared put out a video this morning pointing at that as well from GOA. I know for a fact that there are other entities that are going to be doing a very similar approach. So there's going to be a very large push. This entire thing is going to trigger a lot of things that the lefties don't want, to be candid with you. But that's the thing. Went after the foundation because he couldn't get the whole thing. I vowed to fight until the very end, and I meant it. Bottom line, we need more pro-2A champions in Congress, not just anti-gun control Republicans. That is so key. If you hear nothing else in this little letter, that's the big one. We don't just need anti-gun control. We need pro-gun rights. That phrase is why we are focusing on what we're focusing on this channel through the lives, the Substacks, the Katie's channel, all of the long form that we do, the merch, the Second Press, entire community movement. It's about getting pro-gun rights people in place versus the anti-gun control. It's a very important distinction. You have to change the culture to do that, which is what we're doing. That's what you're doing every time we interact on these lives. When you're doing super chats, you're funding that exact same thing. We're going after the culture, and we are just getting started because these people are going to rue the day that they don't do what they're supposed to do. All right, let's continue and wrap this up. Rest assured, I will keep fighting through all avenues, pushing legislative solutions here in Congress, advocating for executive actions, and supporting challenges in court until the 91-year-old infringement of NFA registration is gone for good. I will also be voting yes on final passage because I support fulfilling President Trump's America First agenda and the promises we made to the country. I look forward to President Trump signing the One Big Beautiful Bill into law so we can deliver a safer, stronger, and more prosperous America. All right, this right here is what happened last night. I'm going to show you that's just the allusion to the GOA's action. I'll hit on that in a second. But before I show you what happened last night, let me catch up with these super chats because I don't want the algorithm, the YouTube chat feed to break again. So let me hit these real quick. The guy speaking, so I'll just do it. The guy speaking right here, the minority. The minority leader. He is, I almost got in trouble there. The minority leader. He's a tool. That's what the super chat said. Super chat from Fred Samuel. He has very few people listening to him talking about the minority leader, Hakeem Jeffries. Super chat from EcoSmart Consulting. We will fix the illegal registry in court by backing GOA. Thank you for helping us get this far and continue to educate us on the path forward. Thank you, EcoSmart. I appreciate that. This has been a grind, and every single one of you guys deserve far more credit than I do because you guys are... It's hard to express how much you guys made everything possible. Honestly, you guys did incredible things. Jake Bob with a $2 super chat. Even with a $0 tax stamp, can they trace the guns? That would be part of a NFA tax registry. So the registry portion of it never changed. It was only the tax collection. So that system didn't change or won't change when they sign this. But it will absolutely undermine the foundation, as Andrew Clyde mentioned. I think there was another super chat over here. Yep, super chat right here from President Nixon. Interesting. Not the parliamentarians' fault, it's the Senate politicians' fault for keeping her in for 10 years as the oligarchs demand. Some oligarchs who fund R&D, Republican and Democrat. It is 100%, in my opinion, heavily on John Thune for not firing her immediately. I completely agree. Now, what I'm going to do in a second is I'm going to tell you some of the thought process behind doing this, the way that it went down, from what I've been told. Again, just bear with me. Not the parliamentarians' fault. Chad Wade, $5. Clyde for the next presidency. I support that. I think that would be a fiery, spicy game. Jeremy Willis, $5. We've waited 91 years for the injustice to be corrected. How much longer do we have to wait? I have no timestamp. I could not tell you that. But I can tell you, collectively, on the whole, we are moving in the right direction, even though this was a wet blanket, kiss your sister, at very best, tie. Anyway, let's keep going. All right. Caught up on the super chats. Excellent. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me get into the next piece here and catch you guys up. So this is what happened last night. Remember how I told you in the live stream is you're going to see a lot of twisting of arms and it's going to be overnight. We're going to basically see where it kind of lands because they're not going to quit the vote. Yeah. This is what started happening last night. You saw Representative Anna Paulina Luna, who is a very big proponent of the White House and a voice that is sent out consistently. Americans want this passed. It's not over. In fact, I'll let you play a little bit here and listen to this. Let me back this up a little bit. This was her last night.
The tally board is going in the wrong direction for Republicans right now. We've got still 8 on the no vote side. The votes are still tied on the other side. But now you have 5 nays. They can only afford to lose 3. What's the strategy?
Well, I think that you're going to see a lot of people who haven't voted that will come out in support of this. And then also to remember, I think that this really comes down to 3 members specifically. That would be Chip Roy, Keith Self, and then Andy Harris. What I can also tell you is that I'm hearing that
all right, it's not that
negotiations, and that these people have made direct conversations and negotiations with the president.
Right there. I mean, you just heard it. They made direct negotiations with the president. The president wanted this thing by July 4th. These reps got directly in front of him. That's exactly what you just heard. That's one thing that happened last night as we were going to bed right around midnight. Right here, Newt Gingrich got involved. He says the GOP no vote on Trump's bill isn't just a vote for the largest tax increase in history, it's political suicide. The Republican establishment got involved. Right here, Charlie Kirk, the MAGA establishment, and I will call him that too, got involved. President Trump warns House Republicans who are holding up the vote on the one big beautiful bill. MAGA is not happy and it's costing you votes. I mean, guys, this is what just happened. Anna Paulina Luna, one of the new voices in the Congress. You got the White House. You've got MAGA kind of establishment Charlie Kirk, and you've got old Republican establishment Newt Gingrich. That's what happened. They started flexing on people, and then they started having conversations. So all of these things that we told you was going to happen, happened. Right? That's what brought us to this point. And before I go into the next spot here, which is the fun part, where you get to see some Democrats moaning, wailing, and bemoaning in general, lamentations, if you will, I'm going to ask you guys to make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and while you're doing it, if you could hit that follow button on X at Braden LOA, that would be incredible, because the movement and the culture change that we are doing requires multiplication of forces, and that is a great way to do it. Now, let's get into this. I want to show you some of the Madeleine Dean lamentations, if you will, because all the Democrats started just losing their minds over suppressors and short barrels having no taxes. It's actually kind of funny. On one side of the coin on X, the 2A advocates were pissed and are still pissed, and then on the other side, the Democrats are pissed about the exact same thing for a completely different reason. It's actually really interesting to see. But I've got some super chats I've got to catch up to, and then we will start the lamentations, because lamentations are always fun, particularly when they are of the tyrannical persuasion. All right. Freeman with a $5 super chat. We will all die of old age before the courts even thinks about taking up an NFA case and then rule against us. I honestly cannot tell you a time frame. I understand the sentiment, though. It takes forever. I totally understand the sentiment. Keep in mind, they took 100 years to incrementally get us to this point. I'm not saying it's going to take 100 years, but Congress doesn't move fast. The entire thing was meant to move slow, which is why there's so much resistance to speed. Brian Peckinpah, that's a great name, $5 for his super chat. We got punched in the mouth, but we ain't libs. I didn't see that coming. But we ain't libs. Get back up and fight. Ready for the next round. Join Second Press this morning as Patriot Command. Brian Peckinpah, thank you very much. We are grinding so much. And check the exclusive message that I left in there, because, guys, I'm telling you, this is the place to be. Secondpress.co. We are making some moves. All right. John Wynn for $9.99 says, anyone else want some tea? Of course, alluding to the Boston Tea Party, which, honestly, I am totally down with a digital Boston Tea Party, of which we will create, and they will feel. Tater Tot Outdoors with a $5 super chat. How long after signing does tax removal go into effect? In the bill, it is written 90 days. So 90 days from July 4th. That is the answer to the question. Fred Samuel, $10 super chat. We have unity like never before. We have to keep unified to make the lasting changes we all want. Stay informed and stay involved. It's time to put the gun grabbers in their place permanently. Yes! Preach! More of that. The unity that we have is unprecedented. We are pushing that hard, and that's the way. It is the way. All right, super chat with $20 from Wicked Times Tactical. Braden for Congress. Thank you for all your diligence in bringing the 5 on all 2A matters. Thank you very much, Wicked, and I will say this officially on the channel. You could see me say it. That is not off the table. I said it. All right, let's keep on going. $5 for Kajuki. The GOP brought a knife to the gunfight and won. I mean, that's a good way to say it. I can't refute that point. All right, we have caught up on all the super chats. We have 2,300 people. Thank each and every one of you. And now let's keep going to the lamentations of the left, because that needs to be a t-shirt. We might just do it. Whatever. It's okay. Mark that for later. Turn the volume up for you guys, and let's get to the lamentations of the suppressor tax removal from Madeleine Dean, the very woman who in committee said it was a tax. All right, let's get it.
The senators voted on this not knowing exactly what was in the bill. I bet they love the part about no sales tax on silencers. Really, folks? We want to make silencers more plentiful in this country at the behest of somebody like the representative who owns gun stores? Conflicts of interest abound, the taking away of health care, rural hospitals will suffer. I think of nursing homes. My own in-laws in their final years were in a very humble nursing home.
Oh my God, plead with me and play the violin. Going after Andrew Clyde for owning gun stores. How dare he embrace and spread that Second Amendment goodness. lamenting about the fact that suppressors are going to be more plentiful, which will fully put them in common use and further aid our quest in getting rid of those draconian rules. Yeah, they see the writing on the wall, and I'm here for it. All right, let's go back to the chief of crazy. And if you did not see the incredible version of this guy, Representative Jim McGovern, made out as a clown in front of Congress, check my X profile because there's more of that coming. This guy is a joke. All right, let me get this one going as well. Again, the lamentations runneth over. Jim, let's hear some insanity.
So I said to my Republican colleagues, what's wrong with you?
Oh, I'll refresh it.
In this bill, you provide a $2 billion tax. So I said to my Republican colleagues, what's wrong with you?
Oh, come on.
In this bill, you provide a $2 billion tax break for gun silencers, but you cut SNAP benefits for vulnerable families, which, by the way, is on average $2 per person per meal. Jesus Christ, what are you people thinking? I reserve my time.
So he's taking it well then? Okay, he's taking it well then. This is the same guy who coined the term the hitman handout, along with one of his other friends who made the assassin lobby. Those t-shirts are going to happen. Guys, I'm telling you, these people are literally doing our work for us. We just have to start doing it. But anyway, so that's another one. Let's see what the next one is. Representative Mike Johnson, Congressional Republicans. This is the guy who leads the Gun Control Caucus. It is actually called the Gun Control Caucus. Okay. Congressional Republicans are giving a handout to the gun lobby by eliminating the $200 tax on silencers and easily concealable short-barreled rifles and short-barreled shotguns. We've regulated silencers and these guns for 90-plus years for a reason, to keep people safe. No, it's to exert control. And you just lost it, and that's why you're freaking out. All right, let's continue, because I think we're going into the next one. Oh, one more. Newtown Action Alliance. Silencers and easily concealable weapons of war don't belong on the hands of criminals, assassins, and terrorists. God, guys, it's so deep. You need boots for this crap. Okay. Silencers and easily concealable weapons of war. Is that? I assume we're talking about short barrels? Okay, so now silencers and short barrels are both now effectively weapons of war that don't belong in the streets because only criminals, assassins, and terrorists use them. Okay, quick question. If criminals, assassins, and terrorists are using them, why aren't your 4473s stopping that? Because it's all crap. It's all rule. It's all control. This whole thing is about chasing emotion. That's all it is. It makes no sense whatsoever. But don't worry, they're going to try to fundraise off it. Use our easy email form to send a message to your rep to urge them to stop the $1 billion giveaway to the gun industry. Here's a link. Guys, it's so tiresome, and we're going to beat these people, but this is what we're facing. And I think the next one goes to our next topic. Yes, it does, but before I do, I have got some super chats to catch up on, and we have officially 2,700 people in this live chat. We are pushing towards freedom, and thank every single one of you for being here. All right, let me get some back up in the chats, so I'll make sure I don't miss these guys, because you guys spend your good hard-earned money to get these out here. All right. Here we go. Doc Stark's Place, $5 for a super chat. I am just done complying with unconstitutional gun laws. Also, 100% you for office. You know what, guys? I'll be honest. I completely understand done complying. I totally get it. I understand the sentiment. I understand the historical context. I get it. Me in support for me for office. Could you imagine what that would be like if me, Brandon Herrera, Jared, maybe Johnny B, I don't know, we were all in Congress? Oh my God. That would unleash levels of insanity that I could not even be here for, and I would be so excited. It'd be so much fun. But anyway, more to come on that. Can't guarantee it's short term, but I'm not ruling it out. All right, for super chat from one of the names that I have to say because you paid for it, IP Freely. As Johnny B said, we need to meme the rhinos until they cry. We will not forget the betrayal. Oh, memeing is absolutely something of about 5 years ago. We're taking it to the next level. We are going to utilize new technology to take memes into the next dimension. That's part of the whole thing of all the pieces that we're offering. We are giving something for everybody. And guys, I'm telling you, memes are effective. What we're creating, it's memes on steroids. Anyway, let's keep on going because I might just call it memes on steroids going forward. Super chat from Martin Edgar for $5. Something huge happened in Michigan I was surprised about. The DNR is giving children free gun safety classes at state parks using BB guns. I am freaking here for it, America. Love every second of it, you guys. Love you spreading the good news like that. That's the thing, guys. We have to have more of this information. Oh, man, these super chats are getting good. We have to have more of the education. The more education we have, the more lambasting the controllers in the social cultural sphere and changing it is how you make them go away. You just meme them to death. Like, you literally steroid meme them. Memes on steroids them to death. Here we go. Another super chat from Ew Fisher. I've seen septic tanks less full of crap than these people. Fair, and I respect it. Don Munt for $10 super chat. Not one Democrat vote, and when this bill becomes law, the Dems will have nothing to run on in 26, and that will be beautiful. More House seats. I honestly don't know how it's going to play out. I will absolutely follow it because building that bridge from the everyday normal politics into the gun world is what we are doing. We're in a unique position to do it, and you guys are going to help with that. So, absolutely. Oh, this is the greatest chat ever. House of Lamar. Braden. I like you and support you, but sometimes you are annoyingly optimistic. That is the best feedback I've ever gotten. Thank you, House of Lamar, because I'm never giving up. Like, listen, guys, objectively, and then I'll get this last super chat. You have two options. You can either accept the crap sandwich, or you can make your own kitchen and make something delicious. Why would I accept crap when I can work really hard and get greatness? It's a choice. Yeah, you're going to be let down when you go this way? Fine, sure, recipes mess up all the time. Over here, you're guaranteed a crap sandwich. Why would I not do anything for a guaranteed crap sandwich? That's crap. I want to work and be disappointed while I make a great recipe. Let's freaking go. All right, anyway, sorry, that's my own little tangent. Super chat from John Wynn for $10. Definitely down with the t-shirts. Absolutely. They are also available on secondpress.co, an amazing way to support the channel and look amazing while you do it. All right, super chat from Doc Stark's Place Dream Team right there, talking about all the 2A channels and activists that would go to Congress, which would be, God, that would be hilarious. Pork Chop Express, $4.99. This must be our Remember the Alamo moment. Maybe Remember the Rhinos. Ooh, that's a good one. That one might go into a meme on steroids. Remember the Rhinos. No, that's a pretty good one. All right, super chat from Dean Wells, $5. Imagine if you didn't have to pay income tax, but still had to file a tax return, and failure to do so would result in $250,000 fine and a 10-year prison sentence. That's such a good way to say it. Talking, of course, about the NFA tax. That's an amazing way to say it. Super chat. Jake Bob, take the black pill. They don't represent us. Absolutely not. I will absolutely not do that. Sorry, not my thing. All right, let's keep on going. We have got to talk about something that's so weird that this. I have to inform you. I am obligated to inform you. March for Our Lives got very busy posting this morning. 10:44 a.m. on July 3rd. Chicago last night. 18 people shot, 4 dead. I don't want any of this to happen, by the way. That's my preface to this. No breaking news banner, no national outcry, just sirens in the distance, then silence. Blood washed off the sidewalk before sunrise. We live in a country that eats its young and calls it freedom. Happy 4th. God bless. No wonder they had to fire 13 of their 16 staffers. Who wants to hear that? I'm sure it's totally legitimate that their complaints are real, right? Yeah, about that. Oh, look, Givers.org, another vague post. 4 people were killed and 14 others were wounded in a shooting last night out of Artist Lounge in Chicago, a club known for being a safe space for black, brown, and queer people. We should be able to come together without fearing for our lives. Again, they seem to be missing something, like some sort of detail. Like, why wouldn't that be mainline news? I don't know. That's weird. Oh, wow. Look at the AP. Oh, my goodness gracious. If you don't like, if this doesn't make you want to just fight every single day against these manipulative gun controllers, I don't know what does. Look at the AP article of what they're referencing. Drive-by shooting in Chicago leaves 4 dead and 14 others wounded, police say. Right here in the opening sentence. 4 people have died from gunshot wounds and 14 others have been hospitalized following a drive-by shooting in Chicago, police said Thursday. At least 3 were in critical condition. A drive-by shooting in a gun control city with a full auto, which is against an NFA. I can't imagine why the media and the gun controllers wouldn't hit that in the main circles, and the ones that did would be vague. You do not dislike the gun controllers enough. These people are manipulative, all to take your rights. But don't worry, Mike is also on it at Mr. Guns and Gear. Check this out. 4 killed and at least 14 injured last night when a group of men conducted a drive-by attack at the Arts Lounge in Chicago during an album party for rapper Mellow Buckzeezy. Okay, so now that I've shown you everything, let's go back to the original post. No breaking news banner, no national outcry, just sirens in the distance, then silence. Blood washed off the sidewalks before sunrise. We live in a country that eats its young and calls it freedom. Happy 4th. These people are disingenuous jokes. Memes on steroids for these people. All right, let's check in on our illustrious House representative. Let's see how he's doing. I'm really concerned for the longevity of his speech, because that's what matters. You saw it with Cory Booker. All right, come on. Oh, he's still going. Thank God. I'm not even going to turn the audio up. I got some super chats, some people that actually contribute to society. Let's get in here and hit these. Take the black pill. Nope, not doing it. American Patriot. We got standing ovation. Great. Going to law school to stunt on these. I think Justice Thomas will work to minimize the NFA before his time. Liberty or death. Ooh, I like that. Historical reference. Thank you for the super chat. Super chat from Travis Hutchings, $5. John Thune needs to manage his employee. She only did what he told her to do. Make managing great again. I genuinely put a lot of blame in this entire thing on John Thune. I do. And that'll be part of the post-mortem, believe me. Super chat from Scott Nearing. $5. I know I'm in the minority, but I would rather the court settle this matter because it can't be reversed. Talking about precedent setting. That's a very important piece to this. It is. Again, some other people are concerned about time. I get that. Some people are concerned about the final fight. Okay, guys, seriously, with the standing and the Maxine Waters and the slow claps, good Lord. Super chat from Kenyon Wells, $5. The wager tax will flip control back to Dems. You lose, you still owe money, sports, tournaments, etc. I don't understand that. The wager tax. The wager tax in Nevada, totally different thing. So I don't know if it will. What that individual is referencing is a provision in the bill the Senate put in about taxing gamblers. I don't know if that's going to carry weight. We'll see. Super chat. I saw a blue one. $2. How is Giffords going to spin that shooting? You just saw it. This is how they're going to spin it right here. I know these people. I study these people. That's what they're going to do. They're going to post it. And then about 3 weeks later, they're going to say, 4 killed and 18 wounded. We do nothing in this country completely devoid of details. Like it's in Chicago, gun control, full auto, multiple group of people, a event after midnight, and it was a drive-by. Yeah, they're not going to tell you any of those things. No. It's all about gun violence. Yeah, okay. Whatever you guys say. Let's keep on. You know what? Let's go over here and watch this. See some more stuff. All right, got some more super chats to get to. Michael Peters says, dude, is he still talking? He will be talking forever. He's not going to stop. This is the only thing that they have now. It is literally this moment. Oh, look, Lucy McBath, gun controller. Maxine Waters over there. You know what? Hold on. They got some energy going on. I can't help it.
In the United States House of Representatives, our job is to stand up.
Woo!
For the poor, the sick, and the afflicted,
Woo!
the least, the lost, and the left behind, everyday American. That's what Matthew teaches us.
Oh, there's some more Bible verse.
Happening.
Okay.
In this one big ugly bill.
Yep, get it.
That's not consistent with what my faith teaches me.
Oh. Ooh, passion. So passionate.
I'm not down with this situation.
Oh. All right, you're getting muted for that. All right, let's keep on going. Whew. I felt it. Did you feel it, guys? I felt it. All right, super chat from Trevor. Trevor, where'd you go? Oh my God, that's amazing. I can't wait to get to that one. Oh, Fred, just talked about you. Trevor Amnestoy, $5 super chat with the tax now at 0. What is to stop a future Congress from raising the tax back to proportional to the tax of 1934, which will be around $5,000? I genuinely don't think that that's on the table. I genuinely don't. I can't tell you the future. I could see them trying to play this back the same way, but I don't think that $5,000, I don't think they're going to risk losing votes in moderate districts to do something like that. I just genuinely don't think that they would. But again, this is a hypothetical. I don't know. I have to say I don't know on that one. Ryan Spalding with $10 super chat. Will this bill get rid of the transfer and registration tax as well as the renewal tax you have to pay every couple of years? It will get rid of the transfer tax, which is the $200 tax. It should get rid of the renewal tax. It should. I have to double check on that one because I believe the whole point is to zero out the taxes. But I have to double check on the renewal. Rice for $5. Hickok 45 for House Whip. Could you imagine how that would go? Well, I'm going to need to see how you're going to vote here, Representative Clyde, because we got a lot of people counting on you. I'm sure that's how it would be. Rate my Hickok 45 chat, because I would love to hear it. Also do Bernie Sanders on the regular. Chris F. with a $1.99 support. Thank you, Chris F. You get a heart. John Koch, same thing. $10 super chat with a thank you. I appreciate you very much. The sticker purchase of the day. Jamie West, $10. This is exactly what we voted against. Thank you. Exactly what we voted against. Thank LOA for all you do. Thank you very much, Jamie. I appreciate that. Your words are kind, and I appreciate them deeply. All right, let's keep on going down. I swear to God, if I break the chat again, guys, I think we're up to date now. Okay, we're up to date now. Hold on, what's going on over here? Tar and Feathers.
You're going to sell the Bible. You should know the Bible.
At this point, we're just... Talk to them. Take your time. They're going to do this for hours.
Because it's not in Matthew.
All right, I got to say this real quick. Okay, Matt. Okay.
25.
All right, honestly, this guy might just read the Bible the whole time. Here's what's so fascinating, and I did a post on this on X previously. The people who will tell you that they can kill a baby and suck it out of its mother's womb are the people who are now quoting the Bible around taxes. Don't know what to tell you, but they're all doing it. Anyway, let's keep on going. Just crazy. Super chat from John McSelfresh. McSelfresh, sure. $5. If passed, will it go back to the Senate for reconciliation, or did they pass the Senate version? They absolutely did. Yeah. When this guy you're seeing stops talking, they're going to do a overall House vote, and it's going to pass. They've got the votes. They're acting like they've got the votes. They've already set a signing ceremony, and then it's going to be law. It doesn't have to go back to Senate. Senate's out of this now. Can I get a quick update of where the Hearing Protection Act and Short Act is at? You absolutely can, Chris, for the super chat for $1.99. We are currently debating the very last stage in this, and it's after this filibuster and dog and pony show. It's going to go directly to the president after the vote happens. So it is completely out of the woods. There's no more voting. There's no nothing. It's a $0 tax for suppressors, short barrels, and AOWs, and that's the end of it. That is literally the ball of wax. So that's an important piece to this. And let me throw something else out there because it's a really good time to do that while I got him on the screen. John McSelfresh, spent $2 more just to get me to say his name correctly, and I will do it. Mick Elfresh. Yeah, I love it. I did it right. All right, so here's the thing, guys. Yeah, there's no sound on that audio because I've got it turned off, Jesse. That's why. See, I can always...
Unprecedented assault on Medicaid.
Okay, so that's why it's there. I just have it turned off. Super chat for ADXR 920. They really like to drag out the pain that they have lost this battle, and that's a very important piece to this, guys, because across the whole spectrum, I'm going to zoom out for a second. All right, so bear with me. I'm going to say something which is really important around the overall macro of this entire fight politically. Because what I've always tried to do on this channel is I've tried to build our 2A fight and the 2A activism, a bridge directly into the general politic to get more people in, right? That's what I've tried to do the whole time, and I still try to do it. We're uniquely positioned to do it. Me and Katie over here on Second Press and our channels. So when you're looking at this on a macro level, it was all about the Dems stalling, trying to make Trump miss his deadline, and trying to make him inflict a political loss. That was the entire macro thing, okay? When you see these guys doing this, it's all about grandstanding to make him miss his deadlines or make him miss his deliverables. Because if he does, they can then say, look how powerful we are. We got in the way of the almighty Trump. When Trump continues to win over and over and over and over again, I guarantee you, everything is going to shift. And I'm going to cover it on this channel, and you can hold it to me right now, you and I, me telling you this. It's going to shift away from Trump bad, Republicans evil, and then it's going to shift into Democrats weak, Democrats pathetic. What are you going to do about it? Guarantee it. This is going to incite and inflame the fury inside the Democrat Party because they can't stop Trump. That's what's happened every single time. It's going to happen again. That is the whole mystique behind the macro here. That's why they're doing this, and all the balls that are in the air of what you're playing. That's why you saw Andrew Clyde. That's why you saw Victoria Spartz. That's all. It's all bigger than just the one individual issues. It's coming down to the political fight between parties going into the midterms. Because Democrats think this is going to get them the midterms. We'll see if it does. Anyway, got some more super chats. That's a very important piece to this. Super chats. I already said they already dragged that one out. Kenneth Anderson with a $5 super chat. Anyone know how long until the $0 tax law is put into place? Yes, I do. It is 90 days from the enactment of the law. So that would be, or signing of the law. So 90 days from July 4th, there will be a $0 tax stamp. That is what's going to, that's when the day that it will be in effect is that day. That's the direct quote of the actual text. Super chat from, I can say that, Boob Sweat. I knew this guy was full of hot air, but how long has Jeffries been going? Excellent question. He has been bloviating since 5 a.m. Eastern time. It is currently 1 a.m. Eastern time, so you can do that math. I think we're coming up on 8 hours. I think we got a couple of super chats down here. Man, you guys are seriously, you guys are grinding so hard in the chat, it can't keep up. I'm trying to keep you all, this is incredible. The engagement is so key, guys. Keep the engagement going because this is how we defeat these people. We change the culture under their feet by having this amount of people engaged. I'm telling you, it's a longer fight than 10 minutes, but it's how we do it. All right, super chats. Saw some people coming back that I haven't seen in a minute. Love it. Irish Rover in Florida. Did Jeffries steal a diaper from Biden? I bet he did. Joe Boxy, $20 super chat. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you very much. I can't even do hearts anymore. The chat's breaking again. I swear you guys are kings. By the way, we're working on some projects, so tune into the X profile at Braden LOA. We're going to drop those tomorrow in honor of July 4th. I'm really excited to show you those. It's like I was total transparency and vulnerability. I was making these and I was like getting a tear and emotional because they're just awesome. America. Anytime I see America, soldiers, or children, I'm just like, go team, America, future, woo! All right. Let's go. All those things in patriotic, by the way, in a patriotic setting. It's just like, yes! All right, I'm trying to get to the super chats, but they've broken. So let's turn him back on. All the super chats.
Represents. Not now, not ever. It's not going to be easy. We recognize that.
Exhausting.
But we've got faith
Yes.
in the resilience of the American people.
Take your time. Take your
Get ready
time.
to close shortly in.
Oh my God, they're gonna stop talking? Weird. Jeremy Justice, $5. While this is not the win we wanted, this is still a huge win for certain court cases now. We will see an outcome sooner than people expect. Facts. What do you guys think of that? You can comment on that post. You can let me know what you think in the chat right over here. You can do all of it. Guys, that's a valid point. I'm not going to sit here and pour honey in your ear and tell you that we just defeated the monster in the most unbelievable way that we've ever done. I'm not going to tell you that. I just won't do it because it's not accurate. But that is a valid point. It does help with existing court cases. That's a piece of the puzzle. And again, as I'm still waiting on the chats to come through. Jeremy Justice again with a $2 super chat. Sorry for the misspelling. Text to speech is junk. That's okay. Brain to mouth for me is junk sometimes. You are all good. I'm trying to keep up with these super chats, guys. You guys are being really generous and they're just flying in. Ryan Pearson, $5. Your demeanor on this loss makes me think GOA has something up their sleeve. I hope I'm not wrong. Hey, Ryan, listen, I'm going to look straight at the camera and I'm going to use hint, hint, and wink, wink. 1, 2, 3 of the organizations involved have things up their sleeves. So you just piece that together and you take that for what it is. Redneck Sniper, $4.99. The zeroing out of the tax makes the registry unconstitutional under FOPA, Firearms Protection Act. We will win the war in the courts. It's just going to take longer. Still a win, says Redneck Sniper. Curious your guys' thoughts on this. This is really great content. More super chats are being refreshed at the moment. Will this still require filling out a Form 20 to bring NFA items across state lines? Yet nothing changed on the process. What changed was the zero tax collection. Okay, keep that in mind. That's the big thing. Do not act like, or do not expect that something completely different happened. It's literally just zeroing out the tax. Foamy's King. There we go. Foamy's King, $4.99. Unless we get an amnesty for the registration of new machine guns and concealed carry reciprocity, I'm still sitting out the midterms. That's your choice. But you know what I can guarantee won't happen if you sit out the midterms? That. Anyway, not suggesting any action, just stating objective fact. All right. Let's get back in here because he said he was going to wind down real quick. And if you guys are just now tuning in, I'm going to show you what some Democrats were freaking out about because this is amazing. Oh, get in here, Jim. Get it.
So I say to my Republican colleagues, what's wrong with you people? In this bill, you provide a $2 billion tax break for gun silencers, but you cut SNAP benefits for vulnerable families, which, by the way, is on average $2 per person per meal. Jesus Christ, what are you people thinking? I reserve my time.
And one more, just because I like you guys. Madeline Dean, same thing, over on MSDNC, the place of common sense, of course.
The senators voted on this not knowing exactly what was in the bill. I bet they love the part about no sales tax on silencers. Really, folks, we want to make silencers more plentiful in this country at the behest of somebody like the representative who owns gun stores. Conflicts of interest abound, the taking away of health care, rural hospitals will suffer. I think of nursing homes.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you think of nursing homes. Guys, if the lamentations don't make you giggle, I got nothing for you. Got a few more super chats that flowed through. You guys are being extremely generous, and I thank each and every one of you. Each of these super chats, just so you guys know, goes to fuel the fight. So that is incredibly generous, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. There we go. Michael Tomse with a $10 super chat supporting the channel. Thank you very much, Michael. Mistis Nikoto, $5. The two-way stuff in the bill are small wins, but I will take small wins over no wins. That is a pragmatic look at it. All right, let's see. They stopped talking. What's that about?
Concern, but also a message of hope.
Okay, everyone make sure you get to stand behind for the image.
We got to fight a lot of battles on behalf of the American people. It's not over.
Y'all just got y'all's asses kicked.
A lot of battles on behalf of the American people. This is just one of them.
Just one.
But we wanted to make sure that the American people had an opportunity to fully and more completely understand in the light of day just how damaging.
All right, so it actually looks like he's going to wrap up, and if he does, I'll just leave this going to see that so you can see the vote total because we're here anyway, and it's on the same feed, but I'll leave that up. Got some super chats here. Doc Starks with the $10. Could this be used as precedent to remove the entire NFA as unconstitutional roadblocks to a natural right? In my opinion, yes. And you are going to see many, many things develop on that front. Jared posted this morning, so I can say it. GOA has got something in the works for that. I don't want to go out on a limb. I'll point you to Jared's video if you want to go see that. I don't want to speak out of turn. But that was alluded to in Jared's video this morning. I've also seen some X posts which are alluding to something similar. So there are more things on that. Okay, as the chat winds up.
Branches of government. Recognizing that in this country, part of the gift that we were given by the framers of the United States Constitution. No kings, no dictators.
No kings, yeah.
No monarchs.
Yeah, we call that July 4th. That's tomorrow. Anyway, got something coming for you guys for that. Redneck Sniper with a super chat, $1.99. If your rep is Clyde, you better show up for him. Yeah, he achieved legend status in this whole process. He did. I will openly say it. He achieved legend status. Michael with a $10 super chat. Braden, tapped you $10 twice because you are worth it. I appreciate that. I know that you know that I know that this is a $0 tax, non-tax is an open door that we are going to walk through, correct? No tax, no NFA. I think it's a Kool-Aid man kind of situation. Just give us time. Oh, yeah. Super chat. IP Freely. I'll say the name because he did the super chat. My issue with the court case argument is this. When guns are involved, judges, whoa, it moved. Hold on, sorry, it updated. Let me catch it. I will finish that one. You guys are breaking the chat, so it's jumping around. Dang it, I gotta find it, hold on. All right, the clapping was good filler noise. My issue with the court case argument is this. When guns are involved, judges will break their own backs to contort around case law. Precedent means nothing if it gets in the way of the outcomes they want. I would agree to a certain extent, but with the advent of the Loper Enterprises case, which undermines the usurpation of Congress and their power from the executive bureaucracies, that's a big one. The Bruin decision also undermined that. The most recent decision around rogue judges and they can't issue nationwide injunctions, that also limits that. I understand completely the history of like 20 and 30 years of that. But you have to understand the current court cases that have happened in the last like 3-4 years, they change the landscape. It's not like we forget about the old ones, but it does add into a different landscape. That's just part of the whole thing. You have to look at the entire thing. But that's my opinion on that one. Super chat from Jesse Meek for $5. Everyone is saying what needs to be said, so I'm just sending some cheddar for your way. Well, thank you very much, Jesse. That cheddar will be put on the sandwich of freedom of which we are assembling every day across all of our outlets, whether it be Substack through the written word, lives, shorts, long forms, cutting-edge content that will flood out and demolish everything that the Dems put out and the Rhino Republicans put out through the use of the Second Press platform, which is linked in the description. I appreciate that cheddar. All right. Kicked out of Five Guys for sitting and eating peanuts. Told them all about Langley Outdoors as they escorted me out. Can eat at Five Guys again in 90 days. Wait a minute. I get it. Harbinger of the something, of the unsomething. We didn't get all of it, but we did get a huge win. Now it's time to buckle down and work on the regulation that remains. Love it. We have more pluses in the recent months than we have had in decades. Yes. Heart. Absolutely. Well, if the system would let me do a heart, I'd do a heart. Yes, that's absolutely correct. I share that sentiment. That's why this audience is going to change everything. The culture change that we're doing, you guys are going to do it. This is so huge. I get excited about it all the time because this is what I talk about at these events we go to. Rob Quounce, $2. All this and us in upstate New York still get screwed. Well, yeah, you're behind the blue curtain. You were trying to get to you, but you're cut off and you're behind enemy lines. Like you're kind of like in Hell's Gambit. I'll be honest with you. We're trying real hard to get to you. Garrett's awesome. Let's just do that. 888, $10 super chat. It's very frustrating seeing the positive titles on gun news channels when this is a complete failure. Don't spin the $0 tax as a positive. The title should stress the failure that has happened. The title in this one is One Big Beautiful Bill About to Become Law. $0 tax stamp in. Democrats in disarray. Here's what's up. I mean, I'm just being candid. Like, I'm not trying to snow you. It's objectively, that's what's happening. Let's keep on going. Thank you for the super chat. Race Kelly, $2. Happy belated birthday, brother. Thank you, Race. That was yesterday. If you guys are not familiar, we were talking about that on the live stream last night. That's what he's referencing. My 39th birthday was yesterday. And this is what they gave me. This whole debacle. All right. Super chat from Bob from Boob Sweat. Any ideas on how long the ATF is going to take to approve Form 1s and Form 4Ss going forward? I have no idea. I wish I could. I wish I did. I don't know. Sorry, my computer is like turning on Do Not Disturb on and off magically. That's weird. Super chat from Kevin Rasmussen. Subscribing. Thanks for keeping me informed. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you for subscribing. I don't know if you're talking about the channel or the second press, but I will take either or both. Thank you. All right, I've just got to see more. Again, the super chats are out of order because YouTube is literally like, you guys break YouTube whenever we do these, which is incredible. So I'm trying to get these in order. I'm sorry, guys, if I miss one. It's not because I don't want to read it. It's because I have chat issues because you guys are literally breaking it.
This unprecedented assault on everyday Americans is being
Unleashed.
On the American people.
Preach.
Mr. Speaker, on the most vulnerable amongst us.
Most vulnerable.
All of this is being done.
I'm literally just waiting for the chat to clear up.
To provide massive tax breaks to billionaire donors. Shame on this institution if this bill passes. That's not America. We're better than this.
Oh my God.
We are better. We are better.
Shame. They clearly watch Game of Thrones. All right, Brian Peckinpah with a super chat. Way more buffering with second-rate Obama. I'm sorry, I can't say the other one. I can't say the other one. Jack Micklefresh. This is a start, but I want to see the repeal of the AWBs and mag bans, especially here in Washington State. Preach, so do I. Help is coming. William Barbour, $5. How many years are you going to wait for the court to rule on removing NFA based on a $0 tax? It's BS. Taxes will be raised by Dems before then. That's all conjecture. Maybe, maybe not. I cannot work in the what they will do in the future if they win. I can't. I can tell you we're going to grind right in this moment, but I can't tell you what's going to happen and our response if they win the midterms, if they don't win the midterms, if they win the presidency. I mean, guys, we're living in a world where the only way this gets signed is, in that scenario, 3.5 years. Sorry. Brandon Herrera needed something. All right. Yeah. Hold on, Brandon, if you're watching. So in this scenario, you've got 3 years until Trump's out of office. So you have 3 years to grind on this. And then that's before the elections themselves. That's also not considering in 2026. I mean, literally, there's so many variables there that I can't assign concern to something that has that many levels of variability. Like, that's objectively, I can't do that. ADXR for a $5 super chat. Time for Trump to get rid of Thune. He has shown his true rhino colors. This should not happen again. I completely agree. I honestly, I think it's all on Thune. I mean, 100%. Super chat from Redneck Sniper says, pepper jack is better than cheddar. Well, I do like a little spice. I'm going to be honest. Ever since I had the COVID, I can handle spice now, because before that, I couldn't. Like, mayonnaise was almost too spicy for me, but then I got COVID, and I can full-on crunch on jalapenos now. I know. I'm European. Leave me alone. Gerhard Buckhart, $2. Ken Paxton will probably help with the 2A. Ken Paxton's going to oust John Cornyn. John Cornyn's going to retire, and I am here for it. Someone's asking on sound. No, I had the sound on the actual clip turned off because I don't want to hear this for 9 hours. I just turn it back in and off every once in a while. We're getting close to the vote, I think. That's why I'm just kind of running and answering questions, open Q&A. Dogs Against the ATF says, at Braden, with no more tax, the registration becomes illegal. It does indeed, through the FOPA, or the Firearm Owner Protection Act. Yes, it does. Got to jump. Great work, sir. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you for tuning in. Kevin Rasmussen, subscribing. Thanks for keeping me informed. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. Is it still in though? Yeah, it's in. It's $0 tax. And I'm just going to wait for chat to revive itself.
These are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Oh, we're now.
That's the aspirational part
Of the Declaration of
of
Independence?
the Declaration of Independence.
Meredith.
And as House Democrats, we're committed, no matter what it takes, to bring that about. Imagine in America,
Oh, imagine.
where everyone who works hard and plays by the rules can live the good life, afford to live the good life.
Good Hold on.
paying job.
Hold on. This man literally just said, down with billionaires. But in America, we can afford to offer the good life. If anyone wants to work for the good life, we're going to do it. But down with those damn millionaires and billionaires, because they're purely evil. God, the double speak on these people is just off the charts.
Of the Declaration of Independence, to bring that to life, the pursuit of happiness. That's the aspirational part. But then when you look at that Declaration of Independence, the second part of it, it reads like an indictment.
Yeah, Katie, just an editor's note for the guys. Katie, if you want to grab any of these clips for your shorts or for any long form, this is pretty good stuff, especially the ones that we are referring to.
Against an out-of-control king.
Out of control king.
And all Americans. Perhaps sometime tomorrow, I'm going to do this myself.
All right, I've got some super chats while we're waiting here. Nevada Gunner, $5 super chat. Thank you very much. God, I swear, you guys are breaking the freaking chat, and I can't get to what I'm all the super chats you're putting in. I will go back and find them. Bear with me.
The framers of this great country, they were fed up with Project 1775.
What?
And so they implemented Project 1776. So I know that there are people concerned
I'm gonna die.
with what's happening in America, but understand what our journey teaches us is that after Project 2025 comes Project 2026.
Told you.
And you will have an opportunity to end this national nightmare.
All right, there's the big pitch. This whole thing. Now that everyone's watching in my big conclusion speech, we're going to talk about 2026. Guys, literally, like, these people are so predictable. It's not hard. All right. Super chats, come on, be on. You guys are paying your good hard-earned money. I will not miss them. Oh my God. YouTube chat, you're killing me. Here we go. Robert Webb, $10 super chat. A gift for your birthday yesterday. Thanks for your dedication to keeping us informed on our rights. Born free, live free, die in America. That's right. Robert, you get me all inspirational. Get me all amped up for July 4th. Wayne Reynolds, $2. Got to jump. Great work, sir. Wayne Reynolds, it has been a pleasure. I will see you on the next one. Thank you for the super chat. Jeremy Justice, $5. It'll be interesting to see how the ATF will adjust processing forms in the future. I am going to put 75 Form 1 suppressors on my E-form on day one. I am so down for that. Overwhelm it. I'm so good for that. I said Nevada Gunner already for $5 super chat. Grandpa Barney's making me say it again for $5. Boob sweat. How about butt gravy? That is coming out of Jeffrey's mouth. I swear, the things I do for super chats. Fred Samuel, $5. Someone tell him... Someone tell him that someone in the news right now is waiting for him to wrap it up speaking about Jeffrey. Listen, guys, you can't get me banned off YouTube. I can't read some of them. Like, that's crazy. Super chat from Matt Smith. This is a $100 super chat. Thank you, Matt. With the $0 tax stamp, would it be possible for Trump to do an executive order removing the NFA regs for suppressors and short-barreled rifles? We here at our suppressors will be in the fight until the full repeal of the NFA. Happy belated birthday to you, my friend. Thank you very much, Matt Smith. Yes, you could do an executive order. It would be immediately challenged in court. Would that stand? Would it not stand? I have no idea. But it would be interesting to see. Yeah, there's going to be a fight, and it's going to be until we get the full repeal of the NFA. But honestly, suppressors is such a low-hanging fruit. I bet you it'll be an easier one to get. But thank you for the super chat. That's extremely generous. All of you guys are extremely generous, and thank each and every one of you. William Barbour, $5. Swiss is the best. Love it on roast beef. Changed my mind. We are now getting into lunchtime, clearly. Oh, man, I got some more super chats. Sorry, guys. It's bouncing around. I'm trying really hard to get to them, but YouTube is like losing my mind. That was actually a really good one right there. Hold on a second. Oh, come back. Bear with me. Let's turn on the audio.
Press on.
Press on. Press on.
Like the king said, that if you can't fly, run.
What?
If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But at all times, press on.
Is he talking to us? Because I think he's
Keep
talking to us.
pressing.
Because that's like Second Amendment fight life.
So as I take my seat, I just want to say,
Oh, it's almost
to the
over.
American people,
You're about to
no
see the
matter what
vote, guys.
outcome is on this singular day,
Because we're going to lose.
we're going to press on.
As we lose.
We're going to press on.
They're literally putting a lipstick on this. They're going to...
We're going to press on.
Just shut up and take the L. For the love. Now that we're here, we might as well watch the vote. Minimum 5 minutes.
Press on for our children. Press on for our seniors. Press on for our veterans. Press on for our unions.
As we take their gun rights.
Press on for our farmers.
Let's take their gun rights.
Press on for our dreamers.
Take their gun rights.
Press on for working class Americans.
As we take all of their concealed carry rights. All right, super chat. Fat Boy. This is a $5. This is around Second Press, the movement and the organization that we have built, the portal, the community, all of it. Do you plan on paying your Second Press contributors? If not, what is the plan for the value they generate? Will you be drawing some form of salary? So the Second Press, of which you're talking about, which is linked in the description, that goes to fund the entire operation, which puts out all of that content, including salaries of employees, future salaries of employees, future things to further it, all of those individual cases. And thank God he's done speaking. So there is rough talk in the plans right now for the contributors who generate ideas to get some sort of contribution, because I think it's an important piece to it. Stay tuned on that piece, but that is absolutely a viable thing. Also, everything we create for members is completely downloadable, and you can take it and use it wherever you want. So that is on the horizon. So that is a great question, Fat Boy. All right, super chat is still pending. Do you want to hear him clap? I don't want to hear him clap. I'm just look at the Republicans. Like, can we please just get this done? I want to go home. Oh, look, there's Rosa DeLorio, the purple-haired thing. Oh, you got all of them. See, now they're just going to burn more time clapping for their leader. It is more of a jerky in a circle. All right, super chat from Don't Be a Karen. Oh, hold on a second. It's about to end. Oh, God, I tuned out the wrong time for that. Don't Be a Karen for a $10 super chat. Time for some Democrats to get off the couch and get a job. Whoop! Spicy. VG Hammer for a $10 super chat. The Fifth Circuit recently reversed its ruling that suppressors were not protected by the 2A, the $0 tax. Plus, this recent court win point to a strong chance the registry gets struck down. You get a heart. Correct. All of the momentum and movement in itty-bitty steps is going in that direction. Super chat from Evil Abe Lincoln. Forgive my ignorance, but if the NFA is legal because it's a tax, but the tax is now zero, doesn't that make the NFA just a registry, therefore making it illegal due to the codified laws passed by Congress? That's not ignorant. That's correct. All right, everybody is... They're still clapping. For the love of God. They're lemmings. Oh, hold on. Jason Smith.
Mr. Speaker, could we have order?
The House will be in order.
Can he put some bass in his voice? Like, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but damn. I mean,
The House will be in order,
at
please.
bare minimum, like this tone. I'm not like asking like this, but like, just come on, like something.
The House will be in order, please. Thank you.
Trinal Galaxy for
Missouri is
$2.
recognized for 1 minute. You have 2 minutes remaining.
Well, Mr. Speaker, we have stood in this chamber for over 8 hours listening to a lot of words, a lot of comments, a lot of inaccurate statements.
Oh,
And where I come from, could we have order?
dude, this is so bad. This is the Republican.
Gentlemen, the House will be in order.
Oh dear
The House will
God.
be in order.
Put some bass in the voice, just a little.
The House will
Smidgen.
be in order, please.
I'll feel a lot better.
The House will be in order. Thank you. Gentleman from Missouri is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I come from the Show Me State, and what we just heard
Not helping.
can be defined in one word. A bunch of hogwash is what we've heard for 8 hours on that side of the building. I'll tell you, for the 8 hours, could we have order?
Guys, you would think I created that with AI. That is not. That is a real voice. That is actual live streaming from the Hall of Congress. That is not me. All right, I got some super chat. I cannot listen to that. That kills me. Like, that is a very, very painful thing to listen to for me. Super chats are coming through. They got word salads. Hold on a second. I got to get back up here. You guys are killing me. All right. Trino Galaxy says they're mad their slaves are being taken away, talking about the tax slaves, not anything else and nothing spicy. I would rather talk than listen to the squeakiness, by the way. John McKelfrey. Is this guy talking to Congress or holding a sermon? Very valid, talking about Hakeem Jeffries. Shaggy Limited, OG, $5. I want to know what type of insoles this guy has and where can that kind of diaper he is holding hold up this long. Zero, tell everyone the Second Amendment is everyone's right. Absolutely is. That is correct. And I'm going to... Oh, look, Speaker Johnson's going to talk now. Got to do it.
Well, thank the gentleman from Missouri, and thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I'm going to refresh this. Hold on.
You know, Ronald Reagan said one time that no speech should be longer than 20 minutes, and unlike the Democrat leader, I'm going to honor my colleague's time and be a little more brief than that, all right?
Oh, snap.
I just want to say something that many of us learned when we were children. We were taught, you know, it takes a lot longer to build a lie than to tell the simple truth.
This is just going to be shots blown. Just. All right, I got to do some super chats real quick. Sorry for dropping in late, says AJ Brown. And it's already been asked if it's signed as is, $0 will take effect. The tax will take effect 90 days from signing. And the super chats are still loading in. Bear with me.
Colleagues on both sides of the aisle, we've waited long enough. Some of us have literally been up for days now. But this day is a hugely important one in the history of our nation. We have a big...
Joseph Stanley for $1.99 says, words salad. Jordan Santana, $1 super chat. Thank you. Don't be a Karen again. Now they care about a king. Talking about the Democrats. Citizen 1984, $10 super chat. This guy has got a golden colostomy bag. That's an image. I don't even know what to do with that. CJ $2. GOA is going to file lawsuit on the NFA, 100%, along with some other parties who have not said anything yet. Grandpa Barney, $4.99. Wait till it passes. Dumped big money in the market. The market will skyrocket. Can't speak to that. I'm just going to trust you. The live feed is bogging down.
With one big, beautiful bill, we are going to make this country stronger, safer, and more prosperous than ever before. And every American is going to benefit from that. Today, we are laying a key cornerstone of America's new golden age. Now listen, we have a few words of gratitude first. Scripture's been cited a lot this morning, I think mostly out of context, but what I will say...
Oh. All right, let me get some of these super chats because I owe these to you guys. Michael Peters, $5. Keep fighting, guys. It's what we do. We did get their attention. It's a constant fight. And say IP freely again. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Joseph Stanley, $5. Mike Johnson's a puppet. Get rid of him. He's trash. Basically only puts Democrat bills up for vote. Okay. All right. I mean, like, I can't do that. So, but thank you for the super chat. William Barbour, $2, says you can't say hogwash in that voice. You just can't do it. Brian Peckinpah says, man, stop with the balloons before getting up there. Mike H, $5. If SCOTUS has found common sense for once with Heller, then what's the point of all this other BS? And that is all the super chats. We are caught up. Thank God the system is messing up. And at this point, guys, we're just gonna let it grind until we see the vote because we're already here. Why not?
The House and the Senate. And of course, our bold, visionary, fearless President, Donald J. Trump.
Oh, man. Wow. Woo! Make sure you get those props in there because, you know who's watching.
President Trump is the creator and the champion of the America First agenda. We will deliver upon that today. We come a long way. We began this process really about 15 months ago. We had a sense and we believed that we would have unified government. We would have this moment where the Republican Party would be given control of the White House and the Senate and the House. And we determined to ourselves that we would not waste that historic opportunity. We've had spirited debates, we've had months of deliberation, and now we are finally ready to fulfill our promise to the American people. That's what we are doing today. Now look, before I respond to the allegations from across the chamber, I just want to take us back to a day that most of us will remember so very fondly for the rest of our lives, and that's November 5th of 2024. That was Election Day, a fateful one for America. The reason that was so important, the reason it was such a turn in history is because the American people spoke with unmistakable clarity. We sensed it as we were all out campaigning. We saw that there would be a Democrat.
Make Brandon Herrera join the chat. He's actually in my text chat. Sorry, he's not in the actual chat over here. Turn it up, someone said. Okay, I will do that. If you guys want to hear that, absolutely. And currently, guys, 3,000 of you are in this chat, and it's bogging the system down. So bear with me. It's going to clean up. So the chats are lagging a little bit. Same with the super chats. I'm getting to them, and we are going to push this through until we get the vote. We are in it together. And after Johnson speaks, that's when the actual vote's going to happen. And it's literally right now, it's minority leader spoke. Now the majority leader speaks. Speaker of the House. That's the way this works. And then the vote will be cast, and I will just leave it up because why not? Why not? We're here. Okay. Robert Dixon with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. I don't know how it's going to affect the midterms. I genuinely don't. The only way to do is see. Dogs against the ATF. Braden, I still want your autograph on my brace pistols before I have a boating accident. Check. Done. Pablo Chant says just 3,000 people. I know. I'm trying. I'm trying on these streets. And if you guys are so inclining, why don't you go over to my X feed and follow me at Braden LOA. I'm going to turn the audio back up.
Came to us. They had enough of the Biden-Harris madness and all the things they were trying to hoist upon the American people that they just don't believe in their hearts. And they were hopeful. They came to us with hope. They wanted us to restore common sense.
Mike Hughes says, Brandon, what happens if this doesn't pass? If it doesn't pass, then it fails. But they wouldn't put it up for the vote if it didn't pass, if it wasn't going to pass. They've already got signing dates. They've already got parties and times and all these things. It's going to pass. Josiah Richardson, so it passes and can go to the POTUS. When's it applied? 90 days from the signing. So that's 90 days after. National Association for Gun Rights has joined the chat. Hey, Braden. Hello, NAGR. On a personal note, NAGR has been in the fight with me on this as well, just like GOA, NRA, and American Suppressor Association. It's been a hell of a unification, I'll be honest with you. But welcome to the party, NAGR. Every time I get a chat I want to address or a super chat, I always pause it. So let's go back.
From the last 2 weeks, the headline today will be the one big beautiful bill passes the Congress, okay? You got to hold your applause. There's too many wins. Are you tired of winning yet? Fourth jobs report in a row exceeds expectations. A sample of the headlines. Lowest monthly border encounters in U.S. history. We closed the border.
All right, I'm gonna do this because NAGR said it, and I have to. I owe it to them. Braden's X feed is a must-follow for gun owners who care about their rights. See? Listen, NAGR is on it. Are you guys on it? You should be. At Braden LOA on X. Thank you, NAGR, for that shout out. DeLobsta76 with a $5 super chat. I'm glad to see the minority speaker is finally done spewing his verbal diarrhea. He is indeed. He is indeed. Now back to the show.
Israel is agreeing to a 60-day ceasefire with Hamas. Successful strike on Iranian nuclear sites handles that problem. That's exactly right. Strength is back. America's back. It's resulted now in a ceasefire deal between Iran and Israel. The NATO countries are increasing their defense spending, not just 2%, 5% of GDP, okay? The president got in charge and got a Rwanda-Congo peace deal. The Supreme Court ended nationwide injunctions. How about that?
This is just a rally speech now.
That conservative majority on the Supreme Court also allows third country deportations. We've had a record high.
All right, this part we're just doing the circle jerk. I'll be honest, all that jerky in a circle, like Bigfoot jerky. Let's get into these super chats. There's a few things that came through that I wanted to hit. Citizen 1984, $5. It's an old gaming term. All good just means can go for a long time without a bathroom break. Talking about the golden colostomy bag. A15FK, accidental extra, $5 super chat. Just tuning in. Are they passing the Senate version? Did they move the HPA in the short? They are passing the Senate version. It is a $0 tax on shorties, on suppressors, and AOWs. Fat Boy for the win. $5. Appreciate your candor. You need to do a live on where money is going to go. While noble, this could appear profit via exploitation. Fine line to drive. If you're talking about the support of the second press, that's fine. I can do that. I have no issue. You're going to see all of the stuff that's going to be pumping out, which will leave no question. It'll leave no doubt. I'm actually going to do an entire accounting of that. That's one of the important plans because transparency is crucially important. Very good call out, Fat Boy. Thank you. I'll actually do that now. Katie, if you are listening, let's put that into the actual plan to do for either this week or next as we get the form together on it. But very good, Fat Boy. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. NAGR. Hold on, I'm going to give him some credit on something. At Fred Samuel, we have been boots on the ground in North Carolina for a while now. We will keep pushing as hard as we can. Talking about, I assume, the override of the veto from the governor of North Carolina for constitutional carry, which can absolutely happen. They have the votes. Just Republicans can find a pair of balls or not. Just got the update from YouTube. It is now cleared up. There's no issue with the feed being choppy. That is good. You Fisher with a $5 super chat. As a licensed wastewater treatment plant operator, the minority leader's speech was the largest pile of crap I've ever seen. I appreciate that sentiment and candor. That's good.
Families back home will have real relief, an average of $10,000 in their pockets, thanks to the largest working and middle-class tax cut in the history of this great nation. That's what we're doing today. You got hardworking Americans like our waiters and our bellhops and our hairstylists. They're going to keep 100% of their tips and overtime pay. That is money they earned. It does not belong to the government. It belongs to them, and they deserve to keep it.
Again, we're just waiting on the vote at this point.
Small businesses that want to build and expand new factories, you know what they can do now? They can write off 100% of their investment. That will have us a lot more building. Young families who want to buy a home will be able to, thanks to historic savings that will put our country on a stronger financial footing. Pregnant women, children, seniors, single mothers, the disabled, and the low-income Americans among us receiving Medicaid and SNAP will have the peace of mind of knowing that we've made these safety nets stronger with our reforms. See what?
All right, we have a super chat from Joseph Stanley, 1999. I meant Trump or somebody with some sway needs to get rid of Johnson. I know you personally can't get rid of him. Love the content. I hope the fight to destroy the NFA is short. Keep on fighting and informing. Thank you, Joseph Stanley. I appreciate that a ton. You guys broke the chat. It's incredible when you break the chat like that. By the way, someone just, it's really funny. Someone just, I'm going to bring the mic to me on this one. NAGR, you can appreciate this. Someone just left a trolling comment saying that I was trying to inflate the importance of this video myself by saying it went down from 3,000 viewers to 2,800 viewers. I just, what? I don't, it's not about me. It's about you guys fighting for the freedom. It's just comical. like what? Like, sorry, there's not 3,000 in this moment. There's only 2,900. Like, sorry. Good Lord. All right, super chat from John McFresh. Is Sparky trying to outdo the Dimmy Dum Dum speech in time? Probably. I don't. No, he's going to be brief. He's just going to do his Bigfoot jerky speech.
The idea that those who put their own lives on the line to protect us would be assaulted for doing their jobs is unconscionable. Law enforcement, I know you agree. I know, amen. Law enforcement will have the help of a border wall now that's 100% complete.
Super chat from AI Phantom Files. Will this count as a tip? No, this actually counts as YouTube revenue. Just so you know. And YouTube takes a cut of it too.
Legal aliens are not released back into the streets like they were for the last 4 years. And our homeland can rest soundly again under the protection of President Trump's Golden Dome. That's what we're investing in.
MCC Joe. Come on now.
Look, any of these individual achievements would be historic victories for a Republican Congress or any Congress. And today we're delivering on all of them in one big, beautiful bill. That's what Americans can count on when we pass this legislation, and that's exactly what Democrats will vote to oppose today. That's a fact. We didn't write this bill for the Democratic Party or the elites or the media. This bill is for hard-working Americans, and they deserve it.
Okay, a couple more super chats just came through. Getting ready to throw out my one big bad boring brace. Fat Boy for the win. Thank you for publicly addressing all of this. Absolutely. Talking, just so you know, Fat Boy is talking about the Second Press, the community and the movement that we're starting. There will be a full accounting of everything, like a full list of all the things that members have funded, that have produced, and it's going to be a litany of content. Like, you guys are going to be overwhelmed at how much stuff we've built into this business model to be able to produce with you guys investing in that organization and that membership. Like, seriously, it's going to be crazy. Katie and I were just talking about that this morning. All right, super chat from Michael Peters. We didn't get this far by giving up. Help NAGR and others fight for us. We want that whole cookie, gentlemen. We do want that whole cookie. Abso-freaking-lutely. Mike H. I'd prefer it if all grandstanding took place at the Oscars. Oh, God, preach. Me and you both. Nathaniel Wilbanks, 199. Most of Congress are nothing but traitors. Yeah. VG Hammer, $2. Support the Second Press. Give Give YouTube money, bad. So what VG is talking about there, and this is an interesting perspective. So YouTube on Super Chats, they take a cut of the Super Chat, and the second press is something that we own and we fund and we form and we process, and they don't take a cut of that. That's what he's referencing. So it's like you give a whole cookie to YouTube and they take a slice out of it for themselves, and you give a whole cookie to second press and the entire cookie goes to funding what you're funding, the whole point of the movement and basically changing the culture. That's what he's referencing. Okay. NAGR says, at Renee Wilson, we have been looking at that option internally. I assume they're having a conversation sideways on the side over here. Stealth Arms with a $99 super chat. Thank you, Stealth Arms. Stealth Arms would trade 100% bonus depreciation for freedom. Getting rid of lawyers would also be nice. Oh, God, it would be, wouldn't it? Super chat from Brian Bogardus. $2 for supporting the chat. Thank you, Brian Bogardus.
50 years later.
And thank you, all of you, for super chatting. This is supporting the stream, supporting the channel, supporting the fight. Thank you. Katie thanks you too, as the employee of everything.
At the Cold War, Congress laid a third cornerstone. And this week, with this vote today, on our nation's birthday being tomorrow, we lay a fourth. With this bill, we can vote as stewards of that great legacy that we have inherited.
Okay. Enough of that. Dogs Against ATF, NAGR, and Braden are my 2A rock stars. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Zelda May, I have to read it. I don't want anybody biting into my cookie. No one does. No one does.
That's right. Now, I'm going to say this as they mock America and mock everything and mock the bill. We'll see how the people feel about that.
This is so comical.
So listen, seriously, as friends and colleagues, really, across the aisle, what we celebrate tomorrow is the nation's birthday. Let's put the politics aside.
America!
And let's reflect on our blessings. No kidding, really. Tomorrow is
Fred Samuel with the $5 super chat says, how do we join the Second Press? There is a link in the description of this live feed. It is secondpress.co. You can go over there. You can join the movement, join the freedom, and take part in it. There's a lot of great stuff. That's how you do it. Super chat for Night Forge 13. If Johnson pats any harder, he's going to dislocate his shoulder. That is, yeah, but that's politician 101. I mean, like, that's to be expected from, it is what it is.
I mean this sincerely. I thank my colleagues for standing. We all should be united in that. We are. We have squabbles. We have partisan debates and all of this. But at the end of the day, we're all Americans, man. And we gotta believe that. We gotta know it. We gotta recognize that we live in the greatest nation in the history of the world. It's not even close.
America.
My friends and colleagues, we are so blessed. We should not take it for granted.
Just vote.
We live in the most free, the most successful, the most powerful, the most benevolent nation that has ever been on the face of the earth. And there's a reason for that. The reason that we are the greatest nation is because we were built on the ultimate foundation.
Okay. Someone said they like chickens. Okay. Okay, so the tax stamp goes to 0. What does that take effect? 90 days from the signing, which is tomorrow. When can I register everything as an SBR and everything? That would, for the free one, that would be 90 days from July 4th. Abject framework, same thing. 90 days from July 4th. I don't see Brandon in here. Yeah, he's not in here. Shut up and vote. Just get to the point. My chat broke again. Okay. All right, can we wrap this up? Come on, speaker.
You see those words up there, that motto? It says, "In God we trust," right above the speaker's rostrum. You know, a previous Congress put that there in the early 60s in the height of the Cold War. There's a little visitor's guide that people get when you do tours late at night. You've probably seen your constituents and visitors and friends get the guide. If you turn, I think it's about to page 21. It explains why that's there. And it says, Congress voted to put that there as a rebuke to the Soviets' worldview at the height of the Cold War. Why? Because
Because socialists suck.
Socialism find their root in Marxism. And Marxism begins with the belief that there is no God. It's wrong. And this Congress made us stand those many years ago, and we should do it again. We're different, we're distinct, we're exceptional, because we acknowledge that right there, our motto.
That's actually a pretty good little point right there. All right. Got some more super chats we got to talk about. With the mass buying of suppressors, will these now be common use? They'll be a lot closer to it. Cyber Slider. Johnson needs to eat crap. 2A trader. Sickening. William Barbour. $2. I like turtles. I like turtles too, William Barbour. Robert Dixon for $5. Shameless plug for your X account. And do you know any organizations that teach kids or young adults about firearm safety? There's a ton of them. I mean, it really depends on your flavor, but pretty much every single national organization has some sort of training organization for kids. Like, I mean, all the way from the NRA, all the way to GOA has some stuff. I mean, like, there's a bunch of organizations that have a bunch of stuff. And the shameless plug of my X account, that is at Braden LOA, and thank you for asking for the shameless plug. Super chat, Scotty, $9 or $10. Well, once the bill is passed, we're going to have a year or 3 fight in the courts just to prove this now registry no longer a tax. 100%. Exactly what it is going to be. James Jussick with a $20 super chat says, Red Patriot Inc. DBA Trailer Gearbox loves your work. Thank you, James. James, I have seen your emails, and I have not forgotten about them. John for a $5 super chat. He's done talking, by the way. Thank God I can get through the super chats, and then we can go to the vote. What happened to no tax on Social Security? The disabled and people under 65 got screwed. There goes millions of votes. I haven't been paying attention to that portion of it. I've been really hitting on the HPA and the Short Act. All right, are we going to get a vote, or are we just going to hear clapping all day long? Why are there children on the House floor? Good Lord.
The previous question is ordered.
Here we go.
The question is on the motion by the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Arrington. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is agreed to. For what purpose does the gentleman
count the yeas and nays?
Seek recognition. Vote is requested. Those favoring a recorded vote will rise. A sufficient number having risen, a recorded vote is ordered. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This will be a 15-minute vote.
I don't like it. Okay, so what you've just seen is quite literally the exact same thing that the Democrats have done over and over and over and over again. It's all about calling a point of order, and then they're going to get the yeas and nays, and then get people on record so they actually have a vote, and then they got to count them, then they got to confirm them. This entire thing is literally just grinding through the process. It's a 15-minute vote. They're either going to wait 15 minutes or they're going to wait for all the votes to pass, and then they're going to continue on this process, because literally what you're looking at is this. It's just grinding the time out. That's exactly what they're doing. David Owen says it'd be hilarious if they voted it down now. All right, guys, listen, I can't quit now. Now we're pot committed. Here, while we're waiting on that really dumb stuff, let's see if we have anything good on the old X account at Braden LOA. Let's refresh it. Oh, hey, Anna Paulina Luna, sitting on a golden throne with a big gun. This is what Brandon's been doing right here, talking about rats in his garage. It's weird. So nothing going on then? Check out notifications. Come on. All right, we're just going through. Wait, whatever. Okay, there's nothing going on. It's literally just going to be this whole fight. All right, guys, we're almost at 22,800. And if you're just now tuning in, you get to watch live all the little Congress critters stir around and mull around and shake each other's hands and be amazingly congratulatory, pat each other on the back and all that blah, 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 blah. Walrus Hunter for a super chat for $5. I fear this will result in a larger political loss overall as 2A voters feel disillusioned and sit out future elections. It's completely possible. We need some wins, people. We need some wins. Super chat from John Wynn, $9.99. You and Brandon Herrera would be sick in office. That would be fun. We'd be the 2A coalition. What will we be? The 2A caucus. No, that one already exists. The Second Amendment caucus already exists. The YouTube caucus. Ooh, yeah, that's what we'll do. YouTube caucus. Who voted against the Clyde Amendment? They just all voted against it. They didn't even vote on it. Bill Kirk from Washington Gun Law says he's just listening on the radio. Come on. They're all there. This is not difficult. The low hum of corruption. Do I have that? Do I have the audio playing? Oh, I do. Look at that. Get the names of all the nays and vote them out. I mean, like, all the Democrats are going to be nays on this one. That's kind of a foregone conclusion at this point. Shaggy says our Brandon Herrera and I's caucus should be called the Freedom Seed Caucus. Okay. All right. Ron Keene, thank you for keeping us informed and current on court matters. Great work. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ron Keene. I appreciate that immensely. Just so you guys know, just to put this in perspective of how much the 2A community cares about this, the AP has 10,000 people watching their stream. We're one of them. We have 3,000 people watching their stream. So I mean, like, you guys are grinding. You guys doing great work. Again, when I say these things, it's not about me. It's about you guys. Like, you guys are doing the things you're seeing. I'm not. I'm just showing you what's happening. You guys are doing all of this. The Lobster, 76 with a $5 super chat. We will not be sitting out elections. We will be voting against all the rhinos, every last one. I like that. I like that. We are going to do so many memes on steroids for that. NAGR says, the Lobster, this is the way. Absolutely. NAGR, we need to do something with the Second Press once I get it a little more established and a little more fine-tuned. We need to do like a joint offering or something. I think the people would like that. You know, tell the people. Float it. You know, just saying, float it. Shaggy says 15,000 watching on Forbes. Cool. JB's Garage, $5. Wish we could have done better on the gun front, but not having a 60% rise in our taxes. That is a good point. All the 100% and all the love you guys are sending through in the emoticons. This is awesome. Rodney Lewis with a $1.99 support. Thank you so much, guys. Rodney Lewis, thank you very much. Man, guys, we are almost at 3,000 right now. NAGR says DM us. Sounds fun. I will DM, and we will do all the texting to all the people who will be important in that decision. So literally, guys, we're just waiting, and as you can see, there's only one person voting no. That's most likely Brian Fitzpatrick. They're going to keep on grinding on this. They're going to drag it out as much as they can. We do the same thing on the Republican side when they're trying to do some of their stuff. John McElfrey, $5 super chat. I just want my SBRs and suppressors to be able to explore the country with freedom and not have to fill out paperwork. They do. It is an injustice. What happened to the pursuit of happiness? Wicked Times Tactical super chat. $0 tax makes this an unlawful registry. Effect on stamp wait times. Also, we'd love to become a channel sponsor. Just saying. Wicked Times Tactical. Thank you very much. We will explore that. And if you don't see me explore that, just poke me again. Walrus Hunter. We have a ton going on, and things just kind of go. Walrus Hunter, $1.99. Can Trump do an NFA executive order now the tax is gone? It is possible. We will see what happens with that. Sorry. See, that would have been helpful, that one first. Rodney Lewis, $1.99. Lower the purchase of a can by $200. effectively, that's exactly what just happened. We have about 40 people left to vote. Matt Smith, $1 or a $10 super chat. Braden, we just joined the Second Press Patriot Command. Will there be ways for us to interact instructions for computer illiterate of all of us? Yes, absolutely. I will. Basically, what the Patriot Command portion of this, guys, in the Second Press, which is linked in the description, that's the highest tier of membership into our community, and that's like the board meetings that we do every month to brief people on what's going on, how we're doing it, what our strategy is, what we've come out with, the things that are on the pressure cooker, right? And then there will be other ways to recommend things that we put out as content. It gives a way for you guys to have a voice. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward and simple. It's literally either upload something and give us an idea, or just write it out in text in the portal that you're looking at under the Patriot Command, under meme suggestions, and we will make that happen. But again, all the details of that are in the description box, guys. And thank you for joining, by the way, Matt Smith. That's incredible. Thank you. Kevin Healy, $5. Hi, all. Just walked in. What's the current status? The current status is a bunch of Congress critters who are mulling around in a big old circle jerk saying how their side's awesomer and they're going to use it to manipulate everyone towards the midterms. That's what you're witnessing right now. They need to neuter 922R. Of course, that is the code that is in reference to guns. Astelin, $5 super chat. As much as it sucks to not get the 100% better that we gained a way to end the NFA still, love your report. Thank you, Astelin. Thank you very much. That's right. And if you guys are just now tuning in, this is one more of these, the Democrat stall tactics to say, put everyone on record, get the votes on record, and eventually they will run out of time, and then the bill will be brought to the floor. This is like the last breath of wasting time. That's exactly what this is. Because the Republicans would not have brought it up if they did not have the votes. They just simply wouldn't have. That's how they work. Nancy Pelosi did the exact same thing. All right, we are having a spike in attendance right now. Thank you guys so much. We are at 3,100. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell if you are on, and follow me at Braden LOA if you want to be a little more directly involved and interact a little bit on a different level, at Braden LOA. Super chat, none your business. This is a $5 super chat. 2A promises made, 0 kept. GOP just pulled a complete fast one. Sold us out on the 2A, added trillions to the deficit. No one should be happy about it. That's an opinion. I know that is shared by a whole lot of people. Absolutely a valid thought process. Ryan Pearson, $5. Do you think this will stimulate the suppressor industry, regardless of the full removal of it or its registration and an SOT still too prohibitive? Yeah, they are still too prohibitive, but it will stimulate the suppressor industry. That's almost a guarantee, because they're going to basically just buy tons more because there's been a whole price reduction now. $200 off of something that costs $200. It's 50% price reduction. $200 off something that costs $1,000. That's a 20%. It's a significant cut. Not saying it's what we should have. They should be removed from NFA, but objectively, for what's happening in this bill, that is a very good point. Dallas says this bill is actually ass. That's hilarious. All right, we are super chatting. We are excellent connection. We've got the feeds. Everything is good. I've got text messages flying over here. We are rolling, guys. Again, we're just waiting on 15 people to vote now, and then once that's done, they should do the real vote. Super chat from Scotty, $5. I've been an NAGR frontline defender for a while now. Can't wait to see more wins after this. That's right, more wins through all the different ways that we support our fight. Jacob DeSchick, $1.99. Lawsuit printer go brrr tomorrow. Yeah, it probably will. Honestly, I can tell you, there's going to be short term, there's going to be long term. There's lots of people who are going to be doing a lot of lawsuits. They're going to be breaking their legs to run to do the lawsuits. Our life in Wyoming, $10. Thanks for keeping us in the loop. Come visit Wyoming. A little piece about myself. Wyoming is one of my favorite states, legitimately. I actually spent about 2 hours in Moran, Wyoming. Not 2 hours. I spent 2 months over the summer being a fly fishing guide and a horse wrangler when I was 20 around Moran, Wyoming, just outside of National Teton Park. So, fly fishing and the life there is incredible. The sky is also massive. Go if you never have. Washington Gun Law has joined the chat. $10 super chat. Kudos to Braden, who kicked some serious ass covering this grind. Very, very well done, sir. Very well done, brother. Washington Gun Law bill, the champion himself. Thank you very much for the support. Next time we are together, the old fashions are on me, because we are all in this fight together. And when you guys need some lawsuit analysis, look no further than Washington gun law, holding up a piece of paper which says red writing, lawsuit go burr, and he's looking like this. Washington gun law. Bill, my friend. Orion Webster, $2 for a super chat. Tom Gedner, $2. Did the no sporting purpose protection make it? I did not see that. Redneck Sniper, $5. Remember to buy your suppressors somewhere besides Silencer Central. They can pound sand. I mean, that was a shenanigan. I'm going to be honest. It was. NAGR responding to that super chat saying they were members. FLD members are the lifeblood of our fight. Thank you. And it turns out you guys are sharing this very well, because right now we are cruising at 3,300 views. Thank you so much to each and every one of you guys for tuning in. Make sure if you are new, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and follow me at Braden LOA while we watch the Congress critters mull around their rat nest. All right. We are just now coming moments to the actual vote. And then we're going to find out if it's $0 is official or not. That's why we are waiting. Originally, I didn't want to do this, but since just the timing aligned, we might as well now. Walrus Hunter. We need to hold suppressor manufacturers and dealers accountable to not price gouge now that their products got $200 cheaper. Absolutely. That is 100% true. Absolutely. That's a super chat from Walrus. Thank you. It could not be overstated. No price gouging of our people. That's some crap. Super chat from Quentin Allgood. Time to spank the donkeys. We're talking about the political name for the Democrat, or the icon for the Democrats, the donkeys, not anything other than that. We're coming up on 2 hours in this live stream and people getting punchy. All right, we have 6 people who have not voted, and I think we're coming in pretty close on this 15-minute vote, which should be done soon. NAGR, Ozzy Osbourne wants to know if they can do something about the Illinois can ban. You feel free to jump in the chat and jump on that. Oh, I like that. Where do you get your silencers from or your suppressors from? Shane, 5575 says, come on and join the Second Press, the best $10 a month you could spend. Thank you, Shane. Shane is, of course, one of our earlier members. He jumped in and he is seeing everything that we are pouring into that. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate the shout out. That's incredible. Candidly, guys, there's a link in the description box below. You can join our community, our membership. You can fund anything. We have so many offerings, from Second Press to cutting edge technology to memes on steroids to animated series to original content to live forms to shorts to merch. I mean, guys, we are grinding towards freedom. We have ways and things for everybody. Check it out. That'd be great. All right. Come on. Let's go. Good Lord. Come on now. We got 2 left. 2 freaking left. You guys are talking about Corey Stotts. Corey Stotts. I do not have the bill currently. I can look for it and I can try to put it in the description. But it will be on congress.gov if I do not do that. Congress.gov. I don't want to shy away from what we're doing right this second, but that's where it would be. Unknown says this is not a win. That is a well-known opinion across our space as well. That's a few different pieces. A few different people feel that way, and I fault no one for feeling a bad way about this. All right, guys, 3,500 on the viewership of watching this thing decide if we are going to get this through or not. And the saga of this individual piece closes while the next page opens, and we pursue them relentlessly like bloodhounds on the hunt. Oh, let's go. Come on. I am tired of this. Jonathan Scott, $0 tax stamp. Suppressor profits margins go up. Well, not necessarily. That it wouldn't change anything at all on their profit margins for suppressor manufacturers, because genuinely the price wouldn't change. Just the $200 tax stamp is gone. It doesn't touch suppressor companies. The item of the good should be exactly the same price. It didn't change, and it didn't incorporate the tax stamp. It was literally get the NFA tax stamp over here for the 200 and then get the suppressor. So, I mean, like, that's a piece of this. Kalashnikov Mania says, how is this a win while we wait on 2 more people to get off their butts and hit no or yes? Oh, by the way, hold on. There's actually 2 nays on this, just so you know. There are 2 Republican nays on the actual bill. They can only afford 3. Guys, I swear to you right now, if this thing fails, that's going to be a situation. Oh, my God. They can afford 3. They're at 2. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I do not want to have another situation like last night. Oh, my God. They need 1 more. Of those 2 no votes, are not voted yet, they need 1 more to go to 217. That's the number they need. I don't know where they are or if they're wavering or not. I have no idea what's happening. But God, do we have to make this intense every time? Good God. Good Lord, people. Audio's good, video's good. Good stuff. We're still cruising. All right, special thanks to every one of you. Almost 3,600 viewers in here. Oh, Speaker Mike Johnson is taking the lectern. We are about to get the official call. We got claps. This is how this works. It's all theater. And they're all looking at the board right now. That's it. 217 went to yay. They now are going to have the vote. You're about to see it happen. That is exactly what just happened. Speaker Johnson's about to announce it. He's got the whole moment. The Republicans have 217. That is the majority. There's only 1 no vote. They're all shaking their hands. The Democrats are all pissed. NAGR, burning the midnight oil just like we were, says they were up till 4 a.m. last night. The first time around on this, I feel that. I was up till 6 a.m., pulled an all-nighter. It was a problem. Looks like time is up. That's right, Eddie Goldman. And now what we're going to get is we're going to get the actual vote. And I think the Democrats just left the chamber. I think they just straight up said, okay, we're done. I don't know that, but I think they did because they don't act technically. I mean, they're going to lose in their mind, which, I mean, on the political side of the grand thing, they actually do. I'm going to leave this audio going and then when he talks. But just to soothe your feathers and make sure you guys have a smile on your face, I'm going to go back to some things I played just watching the Democrats lament on MSDNC. You know, just doing what we do here, pushing freedom forward. Let's get it.
The senators voted on this, not knowing exactly what was in the bill. I bet they love the part about no sales tax on silencers. Really, folks? We want to make silencers more plentiful in this country at the behest of somebody like the representative who owns gun stores. Conflicts of interest abound. The taking away of health care.
Oh, it makes the lamentations amazing. All right, they have now done 217. Super chat. I'm pissed the R's spit a bunch of promises, but failed to deliver. We deserve real R's with a spine and give us our 2A back and not put us into debt. I mean, can't argue with that point. All right, 3,723 concurrent viewers right now. We are, 3,723. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. We are grinding towards a never-ending mission of spreading freedom onto the next generation through the 2A and building bridges into the general population. Would love to have you along for the fight. All right, come on. Speaker Johnson, talk so I can stop talking about this individual vote. Let's go. Done with the two-party narrative. I get it. Two-party narrative is a pain in the ass. I'm going to vote for the most obstructionist people. Super chat from Redneck Sniper talking about someone not reading the bill. We still have to pay sales tax on them. LMAO. Well, we have to pay sales tax on everything, to be fair. Michael Peters says, at least we got heard for once. We can't just give up. Now we sue them. Yeah, sue them. If you all remember, we didn't have shorties in the bill last week, so that's something. Greenside Gaming, $1 with a super chat of support. Thank you very much, Greenside Gaming. Guys, stop with the snake pit. Just let's go. Come on. Let's go. We all know this is going to go. Let's just go. Super chat for $5. I just paid $150 to register a can. The ATF made my FFL by fingerprint scanner. We got duped. I'm sorry, Kajuki. Greenside Gaming with another $1 super chat of the channel. Thank you. Come on, you guys. All right, you're going to make me refresh it. They're going to make me refresh it. People want me to refresh it.
Surf Lakes has generated
Stop it. All right, we are just now waiting for the timer to run down, and they're all going to pat themselves on the back. Tiku says, who the hell is the last one? I could not tell you. I don't know. Come on, people. Scotty says, I'm glad I got a notification for the stream today, unlike yesterday. That is why you join the website notification that we have on our Second Press website, not the membership, just the website, where we send you these updates all the time, daily or weekly, depending on your preference. Super chat from Starfish Prime. If you get arrested for not paying a $0 tax, would that even stick? No, probably not anymore. Oh, we've got clapping. We have clapping. Hold on.
Or wish to change a vote.
Come on, Johnson. Everyone voted 218.
On this vote, the yeas are 218, the nays are 214. The motion is adopted.
Just did it. There's Andrew Clyde right there in the brown suit.
Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
So effectively, this thing just became law. I mean, well, technically, Trump has to sign it, but hold on a second.
Ready? The chair lays before the House a communication.
There's Chip Roy right there in the middle.
Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, sir. Pursuant to the permission granted in Clause 2H of Rule 2 of the Rules of the U.S. House of Representatives, the clerk received the following message from the Secretary of the Senate on June 27, 2025 at 3:36 p.m. That the Senate passed Senate 98, Senate 257, that the Senate agreed to relative to the death of Frederick W. Smith, Senate Resolution 308, appointments, Board of Visitors of the U.S. military.
All right, at this point, they're just going on with the other things that they have to do in the House. It just passed. I mean, that's where you're at. So a few super chats I've got to do. Don't blame JD. It's Thune's fault. If JD overruled parliamentarian, a 51 vote in the Senate would have overruled him and only delay a big, beautiful bill. Missing deadline. It's on Thune. Madeline Dean said senators voted on it without reading it. Well, we had to pass the big, beautiful bill to see what was in it, says Greenside Gaming for $5 super chat. Kajuki, $200 for the tax, $150 for registration, talking about his prior things. And they are all filtering out. Guys, this thing just passed. So that's it. Now it goes to Trump for his big theatrical signing. And you and I are about to have a conclusion here. All right. So what just happened was, and this is the conclusion of this entire thing, and I would like to thank each and every one of you who have been watching this with me for now 2 hours and 3 minutes. You guys are all amazing, and thank you. We're going to make these about 30 to 45 minute daily live streams right around noon a fixture. You guys have all asked for that. We're going to absolutely do that. And we're going to be bringing even more content in that frame, which is part of the whole changing the culture thing that we're doing. So this just passed the House. It's passed the Senate. It's going to go to Trump tomorrow in the White House, and he's going to sign it at this big signing ceremony for July 4th, which meets his deadline, and it becomes law. Now, one of the big questions is, when does this actually go into effect for $0 for suppressors, for tax stamps, for anything and everything? It goes in effect 90 days from the signing, so 90 days from tomorrow. $5 from Starfish Prime. So just mass noncompliance with the NFA. I feel like this will set a legal precedent. We need someone to jump on the grenade for us. Wow. All right. So where we're at with this, guys, Trump just steps on the Democrats again. You watch the Democrats be really upset, and it is only a countdown until the Democrats start getting absolutely smoked for getting beaten again. So that's where we're at. David Sloan says, thank you, Braden, for all you've done so far. We are just getting started, but it has been an absolute pleasure. 90 days from tomorrow is October 2nd, FYI, says EW Fisher with a $2 super chat. And with that, I'm going to wrap this super chat up. I love each and every one of you, just the right amount that makes you feel just perfectly comfortable. And I will see you on the next video, probably tonight. Take care until that moment. See you later, guys.